grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just...
Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back.
Ball like yellow on leaves. Ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic. The webby, look at the boots, fleet. Headache, got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay.
Fall back here, get back. Fall back here, get back. Back, 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 back. Fall back, 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 back.
I only like bad, but a thick, it's a big, it's a no, as long as you get really. Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we go back, way back. Run it, now we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that, lay back. In the back of the Maybach, play that. Say that, I be in the streets like a stray rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope. Sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
Fall back here, get back. Back here, get back. Back, 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 back. Fall back, 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 back. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, back. Fall back here, get back, 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 fall back, 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 fall back here, get back. Fall back here, get back.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shock them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name?
what defines my name. NAS, what defines my name. NAS, what defines my name. DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. Definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod King.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll go to Sampson. And he won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Give to Sampson here up the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. A handoff here to Sampson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. And goes to the hurry up here.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That one's caught by Jefferson. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
15 yards.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Running right with Sampson. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. That's Metcalf running the slant. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Reichert connects there. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, I call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Yellow, 22. Black cap, blaster, green cap, blue striker.
Straight to the air here. It's Young. His first throw is an interception. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Trying the left side with Sampson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return, so that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And after bringing a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now.
On the ready.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down.
Go. 33. Yellow. Needle blue. Steel black claws red. Check, huh?
Shotgun snap now to Young. The Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. They're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Third and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. Working quickly here.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Watch out now. Green Jack. Ready.
Trying on this 4th down. It's Young. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Sampson from the pistol. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 16.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Sampson. Will take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings hold a 16-point lead in the first. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Come on. Slide through. Yellow.
Young working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he's down to almost... Oh, no. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. 35 on the pickup. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. Offense to the line fast.
Blaster, 6. Cut.
1st down, Young. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They send McMillan left. Complete on the option. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a small chunk off that lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. This, our last play of the quarter. Hand off to Sampson. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 1 quarter away so far. The Vikings have played to an early lead. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll run. Here's Sampson. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A toss here to Sampson. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 16-point ball game. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Black, 95. Green jacket. Black ultra. Ready.
Out of the gun, Young. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 25. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 50 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
From the red zone on 1st. That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And he's brought down at the line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
10 seconds.
He finds Dotson left side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Red, sight, black shot. Set.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
3-3. Blue stripe.
And it's 4th down.
Hut.
4th down, Young throwing. Brought in close to the 8. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
1st down, here's Sampson. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. McCarthy throwing here. Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he's going to push this one up to the 20 before they send him out.
16 yards.
They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. 2nd down carry for Sampson. Space past the 35. Here he goes again. Dylan Sampson. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings make it a 24-point ball game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Xavier Legette the target on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Yellow. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Young. On target to his back, and Rico Dowdle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More coming your way from U.S. Bank Stadium after this. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Young throwing here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe but starts pushing into Vikings territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the Vikings 49-yard line.
Here's Young again. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. Offense in a hurry up here.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into the hands of Legette. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. New set of downs for him. He starts at the 38.
First down.
Let's go.
To the air on 1st down. Young. Chased out to his right. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
40, smash, red. Blaster, 6. Cut.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Panthers first down.
Slide through. Field.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Sticking to the air, it's Young.
First down.
That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Hut.
To the air yet again. Young. He has it at the 5. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout.
60 ready.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, Hubbard. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Young working from a gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And that brings up third and goal.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal.
Black 40.
Third and long for him here. He brings it in. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Jahan Dotson. A gain of 6 yards. Brings up fourth.
They want the touchdown on fourth and goal. They're going for it from the 3.
43 rounds. Ready.
It's a designed run for him. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. They motion Dotson over left.
2-point conversion.
He lays out and gets it. Wow, that gets him the 2 points.
31. Panthers 15. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. Sideline shot is snagged by Hawkinson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. Working quickly here.
At the 15-yard line.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. Field goal unit out there on second down as they try for 3 here before halftime. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
Ready, set.
One last play before the break.
Ready.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Dose of the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Tataroa McMillan he was looking for. And now they face 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Green jack.
On 2nd and 10, Young. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. Again, it's Young. That is caught. It's McMillan again. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Now Young and the Panthers going for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Close. 10. Close rank.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Into the crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
Keeps the score. Vikings 34, Panthers 21. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Sampson. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-possession game. And yet again, he's made a trip to the end zone, his 5th on the ground. And now just one more return visit away from tying that NFL single-game record.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point
McCarthy's going to look to throw this. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
A gain of 27.
1st down, Young.
1st down, Panthers.
Finds him over the middle. Has room into the secondary. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Here's Young to the line now. His guys going for 2.
Here we
The
go.
Panthers will line up for the
33,
2-point
yellow.
conversion.
22 needle. Steal, black. Hut.
They'll throw it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
Panthers 29. Ryan
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Carolina.
Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
Their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Sampson. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. 19.
Here comes Sampson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. It's Sampson on the carry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Sampson. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He gained 11 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We've set it downs from 37.
Let's go now.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Reichert connects there. And then extends their lead to 14.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Young throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Here's Young to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Offense to the line fast.
That's good for Panthers.
It's Young to throw here on 1st. Forced down to his right. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready. Sticky, green. Fight, 97. Green.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Hits him on the out route. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
A 10-yard gain.
Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Panthers, 1st down.
From the red zone on 1st. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Two-point conversion.
And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit.
Panthers 37. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll give to Sampson here up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. A more aggressive call on 2nd.
And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. That tackle made by Princely Umamielen. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Panthers bringing out a fifth defensive back on third. Third and long. They're going to throw. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on fourth. McCarthy to throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now second and 10.
Young working from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers come through to tie it in the fourth. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 44, Vikings 43.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Carolina.
And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. A handoff here to Sampson. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. On third down, they'll go with Sampson. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
McCarthy throwing on third down. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Right up the gut. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Another carry for him. And he's almost to the markers. His effort takes it to the 40. Third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
Running right with Sampson. Trying to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
Desperation time here on fourth. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now McCarthy and the Vikings getting all set for the two-point attempt.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and throw it here. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the two-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot, and who knows? Maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Young. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's good.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Panthers losing by 7. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you get double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
A gain of 3. At the 3-yard line.
Dowdle again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Ready.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Desperation time here. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home.